All right, Shalom, Shalom. First thing I want to do is give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, Ba'ashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations, you brothers, pushing this word with true sincerity, with charity. All right, so this video, I ran across this. Really, the Spirit led me. And this really goes into Esau's predictive programming. All right. And basically all it is basically an orchestrated event, all right, that's already been planned out by the super elite, all right. Because for one, they mentioned technology, all right, that we actually dealing with right now, because actually this is old technology. They had this technology back in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, all right. They had this technology already, okay. And now they're just not releasing the technology. All right. And they going. I mean, this video really tell you exactly what's going on now, which goes into their predictive programming. Because here it is, they tell you what they're gonna do before they do it. All right. Whether it's 10 years, 20 years, 40, 50 years, but it's still, they just tell you their plans. All right. And they make it seem like it's just so far fetched. But really, you know, is what they really plan on doing. All right. So, the scriptures talk about how they lie in wait for the poor, which I'm gonna get it through the spirit. This is them lying in wait, man. All right. It is their wait 50 years. All right. Actually, 2020, 1950. That's 50, 70 fucking years. They waited to push this virus, man. All right. From this movie. So they probably had it planned out before that. All right. So I'm gonna press play.
When you think of the future, you likely envision the remarkable technologies that you've seen in comic books and films. You may begin to picture flying cars, trains driven by electromagnets, or household robots that will see to your every need. While modern scientists agree that many of these inventions are either unlikely or unnecessary, it may surprise you to learn what the future could actually hold. Imagine being able to share your thoughts with...
So they just told you that scientists feel like some of the things that they invented in these times is unlikely or unnecessary. So things that they was discovering about, they basically decide what technology they want to let loose, and what technology they're gonna keep to themselves, man. All right. What do they deem? Okay, that's not gonna happen. Oh, this might happen. We're gonna, yeah, we might let them know. No, it's unlikely that we're gonna let this out. They can't handle that. All right.
Millions of people at once, simply by typing them on a keyboard and sending them through the air. Life will be like when all of the many fixtures of an office. Think of what life will be like by typing them on a keyboard. Millions of people at once, simply by typing them on a keyboard and sending them through the air.
Which is going into the social media. All right. They already had this plan. All right. This plan is already been planned out, man. Everything is steps that Esau do, all right, so he can reach his end goal, all right.
Think of what life will be like when all of the many fixtures of an office, including a typewriter and an entire Rolodex, can fit within a device smaller than a loaf of bread. Consider the vacation plans you could make when a single trip on an airplane is all that's needed to visit anywhere on Earth. Yes, the future certainly looks bright, but it isn't without its darker sides. According to some predictions, obesity will likely run rampant, and political...
Obesity will run rampant. What's happening today? It's because they the one that's putting the chemicals in the food to cause obesity, man. All right? They the ones that's doing it.
Corruption will become so commonplace as to be accepted. People with nothing entertaining or informative to say will broadcast their demands for attention, and once beloved performers will become pushers of snake oil. Perhaps worst of all will be the emergence of a deadly and potentially devastating disease. Think of the last time that you contracted influenza. You were likely bedridden for days, having no appetite or desire to play games. Experts predict that by the year 2020, a new virus will rise.
Ooh, by the who? What year? Come on, man. You can't make this up, man. You can't make it up, man. You can't make this up.
Spreading from somewhere in Asia to the rest of the world.
Spreading from where? Somewhere in Asia. Gonna spread to the rest of the world. So they didn't already had this plan. All right? They were just waiting for the right time to unleash it, man. All right? Just like Yahweh Shema Shai got his plan. All right? So, hey, look, man. All right, look. They tell you. So every time Esau say something, don't think it's far-fetched. All right?
And with international travel being available to even the most common citizen, a sickness which would have been contained in years past will quickly spread to all corners of the globe. Worse still, the fantastic technologies of the era, the instantaneous communication and the ability to spread misinformation will cause undue panic and unrest. While you may think that
because they was the ones that pushed out. And how did they do that? With the media.
we have decades to prepare, the frightening truth is that we have already become susceptible to the spread of this upcoming pandemic. The people preparing our food will do so without washing their hands, and the declining
Not what they telling you to do. Come on now.
standards for common hygiene will cause the release of marauding clouds of infection. Even today, children would prefer to attempt the carefree murder of their playmates rather than lecture one another about covering their mouths when they cough. So how do we reverse this trend? How do we avoid the coming catastrophe? Many doctors would suggest that we simply need to learn and practice better health habits, but that may not be enough. As it turns out, there is a solution. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Well, no wonder my laundry bill is so high. All those napkins last week.
Doeskin.
What?
You should use Doeskin dinner napkins.
Paper napkins? Oh, no.
I don't mean thin little paper napkins, but Doeskin dinner napkins. You'll love them.
Everybody loves Doeskin dinner napkins. These soft linen-like napkins are two-ply in smart formal fold, in white and in beautiful pastel colors.
A deadly virus set to sweep
Yeah,
the
so
world.
like, I had to pass through that. So you see, they just skipped over the rest of the video, all right? You know, they just skipped over the rest of the video, all right? Missing footage. Why was the footage missing? All right, because it was gonna go into the mask and the different vaccines and things of that nature. They ain't gonna play the whole video. I haven't even looked for it. If I find the part 2, all right. Matter of fact, all right. All right. All right, this is Psalm 64:6. They search out iniquities. They accomplished a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart, and the heart is deep. All right. But the Most High but Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded. All right. So Esau has searched out iniquity. All right. He searched out everything, man. All right. So what he did, so here it is. This dude then made a diligent search, and he done mapped out different plans. How you gonna do this? How you gonna do this? How you gonna do that? How you gonna do this? And they done made plans for 2020, and probably in the 1920s or the 1930s, almost 100 years ago, for what's going on today. All right. You know. All right. This is Psalms 10, and I'm gonna start at 3. For the wicked boasts of his heart's desires, and blesses the covetous whom Yahweh abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. Yahweh is not all in his thoughts. All right. All right. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. All right. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. So this dude is just full of mischief. All right. Matter of fact, what's that? Psalms 10 and 7. All right. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna look at what this word means. All right. Okay. Because you can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. Let's see. Mischief, troll, trouble, labor, trouble, mischief, toll, labor. All right. So he just full of trouble, man. His tongue is full of trouble and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly. So here it is, without you knowing, without anybody knowing, he's somewhere hiding out thinking about all of these things that he want to do. Just devising mischief. All right? It said he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. So it said he lieth in wait like a lion in his den. So that means he waits. All right. It said to lie in wait, to ambush, to lurk, to lie in wait. All right. So when you lying in wait, when the lion is going for their prey, they being patient. All right, they waiting for the right time to get close enough, and then they maul you. Once you get to the point to where they feel like they got you, and that's what Esau Edom is doing. All right, he didn't orchestrated and push people to the way. All right, with his old ass technology that he's giving out. All right, because he's not giving you technology to better you. What he's giving you is distractions and poison. He's not giving you technology. He's giving you witchcraft. He's giving you bullshit. All right, a cell phone. All these cell phones have extreme power, and how many people actually utilize the computing capability of these phones? Most people sit there and spend $1,300, $1,200 for a phone just to fucking search social media. All right? Like they talked about in the video. You spend all this money for a phone that you don't even use, all right, for the computing capability of it. All right? You just use it for fucking pictures and social media. All right? So it says he crouches and humbleth himself, all right, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. This is good. Put on the mask. It's for your own good. It's helping you. Then come out with a vaccine. All right. Then he making and fabricating all of these lies. All right, about how many people is actually getting sick to make people scared, and he got people right where he want them. All right, but only the elect is gonna be okay, man. Like the scriptures say, if it were possible, even the elect would be deceived. It ain't possible. All right. So with that, I ain't gonna make it too long. I just want to give all praise and honor, glory to Yahweh Shai. All right, by Sherman Dash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to you brothers pushing this word with true sincerity and with charity. Matter of fact, I'm gonna end it with this. He have said in his verse 11, he has said in his heart, Yahweh has forgotten. He hideth his face, he would never see it. Arise, O Yahweh, O power, lift up thy hand, forget not the humble. All right. So Esau doing this because they really feel like the Most High said, "The hell with us." All right. When that's not the case, he just waiting to Esau to, like the scripture say, you have an appointed time. He has set your bounds that you can't pass. All right. Once you get to that end, is once you get to that mark where Yahweh got that mark for you. Once you get there, it's game over. All right. So with that, I want to say shalom.